Hey guys, so I'm back with my last kind of gift guide of the year. I'm sorry these are kind of late, but I've been kind of busy lately, so um, anyways, this is a gift guide for him. So anyways, let's just get right into it. The list is kind of long and I'm losing my voice and I need to edit and stuff still, so for the guy who's kind of a handyman, so I don't really have anything for this. So the first thing would be a nice toolkit. Places like Home Depot or Rona and stuff like that will have like kits, like things that like essentials that you might need for around the house, like when you're doing odd jobs or um, just things that you might need. My husband has one and it has all kinds of like wrenches and screwdrivers and a hammer and a small level and a hacksaw and like all the stuff that you might need when you're kind of doing when you have a home and stuff. So the next thing is like a nice level. The kit that my husband has it only has like a small level and it's only about this big. So getting like a nice like big one is better to see and stuff, but um, it's just it'll last longer. It won't. There's not as much of a chance for it to break and stuff. They range in price, obviously. They're about $15 plus. I think I saw them. They were on sale for about 24, but they were regular like 44 at one point. At Canadian Tire, so like places like that, Canadian Tire, again, Home Depot, Rona, all those places, like they will probably sell something. The last one I'm gonna say is a power drill. My husband got one a while back. I can't remember if it's birthday or Christmas, but he ended up getting one and he absolutely loves it. It's helped us out so much. All those times we were like hand like just screwing stuff into the wall by hand, and like the power drill made it so much easier. Like we were done. What took us like a half an hour and now takes us like 5 minutes. So that was really good. It was a really great gift. It's again, I'm not really sure of the price. I'm sure the price varies. It's just something, I would consider it like a really thoughtful gift. It's something that they're gonna use. And I'm sure, just maybe make sure they need one. Um, but yeah, or just get them like, make sure they have a gift receipt. For like the techie kind of guy, just a few things. I actually have some. These are actually mine though. So these are Sony headphones. These are like the noise canceling, like DJ style kind of things. I love these. My husband saw these when I got these and wanted a pair. He's wanted a pair for years. But they're kind of mid-range. They're not pricey, but like they're not Beats. But like they're also not like the super cheap ones. So I bought these for $40, but they were on sale. They were like at least half off. I think they were like 89 or something regular. And that was a few years back. Now they have ones that are, you can do like hands-free calling and stuff. So, places like, Staples, Best Buy, definitely a place to get these. I know Best Buy had them, not these specific ones, but ones similar to it, on sale recently around Black Friday. I don't know if they still are, but definitely check the flyer. You never know. The next thing is a dashboard camera. My husband really wants one of these. I've looked into them. They're pretty pricey. They're about $99 or more. I know at Canadian Tire, one usually goes on sale for $99. So not a car store, it would be a great gift because I mean it's wintertime and who wants to like go outside and like have to like get in their freezing cold car and drive for like 5 minutes before it gets like really warm. So like that would be a good thing. The only thing is that again, it's pretty pricey. This is something like if you want to splurge on the guy you're buying for, then this might be a good idea, especially if they don't have one or they've mentioned that they want one. It's about $100 or more, depending on where you go, and that doesn't even include the installation. So for the guy who likes to read, there's been some great books out. There's if he's more political, there's political ones, you know, Justin Trudeau. You know, Rick Mercer books, I actually really like them. I actually like to watch Rick Mercer, like his reports on TV, like the half-hour show. And I actually have both of his books, and I actually really enjoyed them. I thought they were really funny. Um, there is also, you know, if somebody just likes to be, you know, is a guy's guy and like is a handyman kind of thing and really likes Red Green, then he has some books out. I actually have one. The one he just came out with, it was like a couple years ago. I have yet to read it. But it's like it's like Red Green's Guide to Women or something. Um, but they're just really humor. Like it's in the humor section, and they're just really like humorful and like just funny, like not something to be taken seriously and stuff. But if you don't know who Red Green is, it's a Canadian show. Well, it was on when I was a kid. Like probably like older. Like I was older. I wasn't like a little kid, but and basically he was like a handyman, and he had the show, and they all had like characters and stuff, and you know he'd do all these like experiments with duct tape and all this other stuff, and like he'd fix things with duct tape. That was like his go-to thing. And you know, things would go wrong and it'd be funny, and you know he has a line of books out, and he also goes around and does like comedy and stuff, like bits and stuff. So anyways, yeah, so another kind of book, a book that my husband really liked was 1984. And the author that does it, I can't remember who it is, but the author that does it also has some other books too. And like my husband keeps wanting me to read them, and I never have time. Like I have all these other books of mine that I need to read before I can start reading his. So, yeah. So I mean, just a couple of books. It's just there's all kinds of things. There's always new books coming out. Just I would take a walk into Chapters and just kind of, you know, browse like the news section. Like they always have like a little section where it's like new, or like, sometimes they have like if you go online, they might have like gift ideas for him or something for books and stuff, and then you can just go kind of go on there and see what he might like. The next one is for the guy who's, you know, kind of fashionable, likes to look good, you know, wants to look presentable. So one thing I'm going to say is Converse sneakers. They're approximately $60. You can get them in a bunch of places. Places like Journeys, Softmock, our Target before it left and went back to the US had Converse. And then scarves and mitts, you know, prices vary, styles vary, you know, get it geared towards the person you're buying for. Look online, like do some research. Yeah, there's all kinds of options out there. H&M, Forever 21, Walmart, Winners, HomeSense, maybe not HomeSense, but Winners will. Marshalls. So for another idea, I do actually have one of these. This isn't just my husband's. So this is just a shirt. I actually bought him this a few years ago, I think, for Christmas. It's just a long sleeve shirt. It's kind of like that, like Henley material that was like a big craze a few years ago. Just from Aeropostale. I think I spent like $20 on it or something. Just a really good idea, you know. Clothes, for some reason, like my husband just doesn't like to buy clothes, so I typically, like his family will typically buy them for him. I know for his birthday his sister got him a t-shirt from American Eagle, so you know, it's just, you know, it can be work, it can be like a tie, it can be a nice sweater, it can be t-shirts, you know, pajama pants, whatever. It just really depends on who you're buying for and what their tastes are, and like knowing where to go. I know Winners has a lot of great stuff in the guy section. They have a fairly large guy section. The last thing I'm going to say is cufflinks. I know I did see at Winners, or was it home? Yeah, Winners, that they did have, like, you know how at Christmas they have like their gift tables and they have like their gift ideas, and there's gift ideas all over the place. One of the tables was like cufflinks and ties, and they were like kind of brand name, like Calvin Klein and stuff like that, and they were actually decently priced. I think the cufflinks were like $20. Okay. So for the guy who's very, like, adventurous, I'm gonna say, like, a gift certificate for some extreme sporting, like whitewater rafting, or rock climbing, or something like that. Something he can look forward to, you know, like, winter's got you down, like, it's, you know, like, crappy weather out, like, it's not right here, it hasn't snowed, it snowed once, um, but, like, you know, you get to, like, the end of December, and you're like, oh, like, winter just started, like, what am I gonna do, like, oh my gosh, and so, like, having something to look forward to, like, I think that would be a good idea, and, like, if you're gonna do it with you, like, say it's your husband or your boyfriend or whatever, if you're gonna do it with him, like, it's even better because you're creating, like, a memory. You're not just giving, like, you're not just giving a gift, you're giving, like, a memory, like, a future memory. So I think that's a good idea. You know, maybe if he's into camping, plan a camping trip. I don't know if you can actually, like, do anything right now, but maybe just, like, I don't know, plan a whole camping trip, like, where you're gonna go, what you're gonna do, and if you're going with other people, you can do that too. Like, it's really up to you. Like, you can be as imaginative and, you know, creative as you want. Like, I planned a camping trip for my husband. We only went, like, 2 hours outside of where we live, and, like, he loved it. It was for his birthday, but it was the one thing he wanted to do because he didn't have time to go camping during the summer, and he loved it. He, like, thought it was the best thing ever. Me, on the other hand, I was like, because it poured the first night, but and then other things, like, we have a thing called Sky Zone trampoline and, like, dodgeball, and my husband really likes it. A gift card, like, a gift certificate to that, or, like, you know, make a plan and, like, rent out a space or something, and invite all your friends, and, like, again, like, that memory thing, like, make a memory, like, don't just, like, give the gift, like, make it be something more than just, oh, here's, like, a gift certificate for whitewater rafting or something. Like, make it be more than that. Those are kind of the things that are kind of more on the splurgy side. But yeah, I mean, you could even do concert tickets, like, anything, like, just anything. Guy who likes to garden, which is my husband. Again, like I said, I'm basing these off of my husband. But so the first thing is just indoor greenhouses. I've seen these, and they're decently priced at IKEA. There's one where it's like, you get, like, 3, like, little mini, like, plastic acrylic houses, and they're, like, I think it's like $10 for the 3 of them. And then they have another one which is nicer, and it's glass and metal, and it's, like, bigger, and it's just, like, something you put in, like, your windowsill or, like, on a counter or something. And I think it's 20. But, like, just a great gift, you know, if you want to have herbs or something inside, like, during the winter, like, that'd be good. That'd be so good for somebody who's into that kind of stuff. You know, if you're looking for something, like, a little DIY project or something, and other ideas to get, like, that baking, the baking plasticine, and make, like, little, like, stick markers for, like, whatever, like, you're planting. So, like, if you're planting, like, a bunch of herbs, then you could say, like, parsley and basil and cilantro and all that, and you can, like, stamp them in with, like, letter stamps, and then bake them, and then you have, like, these, like, seed, like, plant markers, and then you can buy some seeds and some pots and stuff, and make it into, like, a little gift basket, and, like, it'd be such a great gift. Like, I'm sure, like, my husband would love that. Sure, any guy who's into gardening, any person really, like, who's into gardening, that'd be so cool. And then the other thing was, like, a good pair of rubber boots or gardening tools or gloves or something, like, something that, you know, is gonna last, hold up. Again, like, prices vary. The guy who loves food, you could give, like, a gift basket of his favorite goodies, whether it be junk food, you know, snacky type food, like crackers or whatever. Like, for my husband, I'd probably do, like, a gift basket of, like, you know, nuts, like cashews, peanuts, and then maybe throw some in chocolate and, you know, gummy candies and all that kind of stuff. Like, a bottle of, like, the popcorn kernels, because he always makes popcorn. We have our own, like, popcorn machine. They also have these things. I just recently heard of them. They're called man crates. There's a bunch of different options. They're really expensive. They range from like, I think it was like the highest I think I saw was like it was over $100. And like some of them you get like meat in them. Some of them you get like stuff like for barbecuing. Some of like they're kind of like themed. And then they have like small packages, big packages, and then bigger packages. Like, and I think it comes in like an actual like crate. Like, I'm not entirely sure, but I just like know like they were kind of expensive. But you know, if you're willing to splurge or you want to or something, and depending on who it is you're buying for, it might be a good gift. I think it's a really neat idea. Just kind of, you know, having these theme boxes for to give like whatever. I think they had like a few different options of like what you could buy in regards to like, you know, the subscription. It's basically like a subscription box for guys who's kind of like sentimental and like likes, you know, that like relationshipy stuff or whatever. An idea I'd come up with a while back was making a quilt out of like his favorite t-shirts and like sweaters and stuff. Because like, you know, my husband's very like, he's very into like memories and like sentiment, like stuff has sentimental value to him. And so like he's actually kept a bunch of like t-shirts. A while back I said like I wanted to make like a quilt out of like our t-shirts and stuff, and so he's kept a bunch of his stuff because he went through a lot of his clothes that his parents had at the cottage, and he decided what to keep, and he said he wanted to add that to the quilt. So I thought, you know, maybe like, I don't know, maybe like eventually I'll do that and I'll like get somebody to help me or something. But I think that'd be a great idea. I think it's such a, you know, there's so many memories like attached to like, those t-shirts or those sweaters, and like the fact that like, you know, you're making it something. I think like something that's made is so like, there's so much thought and like time and energy and like effort put into it. Like it's so wonderful. Another idea I had was, you know, my husband and I are pretty sentimental people. So like if you have somebody who's like that, you know, your dad, your brother, your husband, your boyfriend, getting a nice frame and putting like a picture of you guys in it from, you know, a memorable moment, like say like you guys went parachuting or something. Just a great idea, especially for someone who really likes those kind of like memories and stuff. For the last category, just kind of like a, you know, a person who likes video games. So basically like any video game that has come out recently, make sure that, you know, you get a gift receipt because they might already have it. Especially if they're like big into like gaming and stuff. But like I think that's a good idea. You know, it's something that, you know, they enjoy, they look forward to doing or something. Maybe it's a way for them to relax. My husband's really into video gaming. He has a lot of video games. I was going to get him one, but it ended up that there was a new one that came out, like the Zelda games or whatever, but you need like 3 people to play it, and like you have to have like a 3DS, and so like I was like, so I have to buy you this game, and I have to buy me a copy of this game. I also have to buy myself a 3DS, and then we have to also buy my cousin the game, and then we all have to like connect. So like I was like, this is too much. Like, yeah. So I don't know. It just like find out what they're into and like find out what game system they have and stuff, and like see what's new out there, because you never know. Like you might open their eyes to something new, kind of thing. And then the last idea I had for that was, there's this thing called Loot Crate, and I've watched a lot of like unboxing videos from this one girl I watch on YouTube, and they're so interesting. I actually wouldn't mind getting this for myself. I've thought about getting it for my cousin. He's really into like video games and stuff. And I thought about getting it for my husband too. It's a little pricey, but basically what it is a monthly subscription with all kinds of like video game stuff and like memorabilia and comic book memorabilia and all that kind of stuff. So there's often a theme. It's similar to like Ipsy with like the makeup and stuff, but there's often a theme, and basically it's like, you know, like heroes or villains, or one was like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something, and like so you get all kinds of things. You get like you get like a limited edition comic book that's like only like in like only it's exclusive to the Loot Crate, and then you get sometimes you'll get like those little like action figures with like the big heads. You'll get like a button or a sticker, or like sometimes you get T-shirts. Like that, like it's well over like the price. Like what everything you get in it makes it like well over the price of what you pay for it. There's different options. There's monthly. There's I think you get 3 months, 6 months, and then a year or something. So there's different options. I think somebody who's like really into video games or into like comic books or anything, I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great. I honestly like I would like it, and maybe eventually I will get it for my husband and see what he thinks of it, because I think it could be like a really good gift. So anyways, that was everything for my gift guide for him for this year. I really hope you liked it. I'm sorry I didn't have like a bunch of this stuff. Like, I hope you guys liked. I hope you guys subscribed. Or I hope you guys subscribe. I have a lot of videos coming up. This will be my last of the gift guides, which, like I said at the beginning. But yeah, there's lots of videos coming up. I'd really appreciate it if you did subscribe. I love meeting new people. And until next time, happy holidays, guys. Bye.